How's it going, everybody? It's Bill from George's Music here. Today I'll be talking about how to improve the tone of your pedal board and your overall kind of pedal setup. So there's three main things that I usually recommend to kind of help improve the tone. The first thing being cables. So the type of cables that you're using will really change the tone and the volume that you have going through the entire signal. So with pedals that are true bypass, where they're not buffered, like a lot of Boss pedals are buffered so it brings it up to line level, but anything true bypass, like TC Electronics makes a lot of them, you lose a lot of signal the more pedals and the more kind of cableage that you have along the chain. With something like the gold-plated Neutrix end one here, it gives you a much better kind of signal flow. It's actually a thicker gauge cable. You get the really nice Neutrix ends on the end here, as well as the gold plating, so they won't oxidize. So overall, it's just like a tone monster right here. This thing will send a lot more low end through your signal, and it'll kind of keep the quality a little bit better. So moving on from there, so the cables are really important. As we move on, the power supply is also going to be the next most important thing. So a lot of people will just use the regular wall plug and then the daisy chains if you have a couple more pedals. But if you start getting anything over like 5 pedals or so, you definitely want to go with something like one of these, the one-spot ISO brick. So what this does, if you want to come on in closer here, so on the front side, you have all these different kind of 9-volt adapters. There's 18, and then with different kind of milliamps as well in there. So these are fully isolated, so if you have a surge on one of your pedals, it won't blow out the rest of them. And then also it actually does clean up the sound, and it makes a little bit less kind of buzzing and hissing in the background of your signal. So definitely the power supply is another major thing really to get. If you do not have an isolated one, I would definitely recommend that. And then finally, the last thing, it's not really necessary, but I know a lot of people who just use the tone knob on their guitar pedals to, sort of shape like their sound and kind of just what's on their guitar. However, if you put an EQ pedal, Boss actually just came out with this really cool EQ 200, where it has like a digital screen on it and everything, and then it'll actually show you where every frequency is at. You can save presets and whatnot. So if you're doing something with like a humbucker, you can set that preset versus single coil and so on. And it really just gives you a lot more kind of control over what you're putting into your overdrives, your distortions, fuzzes, all of that kind of equipment. And this here will just really improve the sound. So mainly, the three things is your cables, your power, and then just the overall equalization that you have going into it all. And that'll get you rolling, and it gets your pedal board sounding a lot better. If you have any other questions, just come on by George's Music here in Springfield, and we'll see you soon.